Earlier today, I saw a news story about a guy who threw a fit while waiting to enter the Auschwitz death camp. He was upset that the camp had strict rules to protect guests from COVID-19, and that he should have the right to enter the camp anytime he pleased. Now, of course, the irony is unbelievable. Imagine a man fighting to get into Auschwitz. But the truth is that these COVID restrictions are ridiculous and make very little sense. Look, I'm not opposed at all to getting vaccinated. I've got 3 of them. But I do feel that the virus is getting weaker, and as it's getting weaker, perhaps the urgency of locking people down should be weaker too. There was a report earlier this week that studied the patients in the hospital. In an almost breathless way, the article outlined how the numbers given for COVID hospitalizations are actually people who went to the hospital for other reasons and got COVID tested in the hospital. Look, the truth is there comes a time in every pandemic where the pandemic part ends. COVID has reached the end goal. The disease should be labeled an endemic, a virus that will be with us forever. Vaccines should be readily available, as they are for the flu, and life should revert back to pre-COVID status. Have people died? Well, of course they have. Will more people die? Unfortunately. But people die of all sorts of things that we don't ban. 38,680 people died this year in car crashes. That amounts to 106 people a day who die in a car crash in Canada. I still see a lot of cars on the streets. 225,800 people died of cancer. 14,000 people died of strokes. 52,541 people died of heart disease. 12,823 people died of chronic lower respiratory disease. And 13,746 people died of accidents not related to cars. Yet we're not locking ourselves up over that. If we locked everyone up to protect them from everything that could kill them, we'd never be able to go outside. We'd never be able to be free. We'd never be able to even breathe. It's time for the hyperventilating to stop and for governments to realize that the people know this is all just a power grab. It's hard to let go of power once you got it. But we want to be free again. We want our children to go back to school. We want to be able to go into death camps without having to stand in ridiculous lines. So, no more flattening the curves. No more lies, no more excuses. COVID is now an endemic. Let's start treating it that way. I'm Howie Silberger, and this is my rant.